I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. This is the second time this season that these NFC rivals will square off, and it promises to be a good one. It always is when these two divisional foes get together, especially the second time around when there's a score to settle from game one. It's the Vikings going up against the Shamrocks. Set for the call of this Week 15 matchup, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Minnesota Vikings and the Dublin Shamrocks. Looking right, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Going to throw right side here, complete. It's a pickup of 14 there, and that enables them to also pick up the 1st.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Play fake here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. And a look at the Vikings defensive unit.
Eric Kendricks is another one of those bloodline guys in the NFL. His brother Michael also plies his trade as a linebacker, and Eric's trying to show him he's the best in the family.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down way back at the 42-yard line.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
But once again, a good example of situational football. That was 3rd and very long, so you know they were guarding against the pass. And when they decided to run the ball, that was okay. Whatever yardage they picked up, as long as they didn't get to the first down marker, the defense was willing to concede, and they stopped them well short of a first down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. And tough starting field position here. And on the ground they go with the running back. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The starters now on offense, and Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries, but boy, has he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. And now a peek at the starters on the defensive side. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he slides to avoid the hit. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd down following the run. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And they'll go on the ground. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Coach hinted to us that we may see some old power football here in this game. We got a taste of it on that first down run.
I love how he hinted it to us. And then when we were watching practice, we were watching what they call inside drill with the offensive and defensive line. And they kept putting more defenders on the other side and saying, block that. I don't care how many guys are in there. I I want to run the football this week. And, boy, it has paid off for them in this game.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Love the run right there, and when you analyzed him coming out of college, when you tried to put a grade on him, you saw the flashes while he was in school, but you didn't see the full production. You didn't see the finished product. He's a little bit raw, but you can see why people liked him. Those types of runs make you think there's plenty more there, and we'll see if that continues for him.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Let's go. Way 90.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Dubliners with a football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play. And just like that, it's third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Every time I see a coach challenge a spot, that makes me a little bit nervous for that coach. Those are very difficult to get overturned.
Well, the biggest reason, correct me if I'm wrong, is just technology. A lot of times you just don't have the angle.
Yeah, I think all the coaches, when they want to challenge that type of a play, they want to put the magnets or the things, the sensors in the ball to show exactly where it is.
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Call it a gain of 5. And they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
Now, this worked, so I guess I shouldn't be nitpicking too much, but they only had a couple of inches to go. Why fake punt?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. If you're going to go ahead and try and pick it up in that short of a distance, I wouldn't even gone to fake punt formation. This is like using up a big play for no reason at all. Leave your offense on the field and pick it up. But again, what were we doing? We're nitpicking, right? Because they did get it.
It worked. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give them even more blocking power. And we just saw it on that play.
They go play action here on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And they'll run it here. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's Drew Butler now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. And now out comes Minnesota. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jonathan Bullard, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So a big sack on 2nd down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for 3rd. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Bridgewater to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They get 25 yards out of that one. And that'll give them a first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
Time to step aside. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. 23 yards on the play. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now, hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Bridgewater now on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
Tiger! Let's go! Right in!
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Now this offense ready to take over again. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are
trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's complete to Diggs. They'll get 32 yards there, and it'll give the Vikings a first down.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time that allowed for the big completion.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And now they're in the hurry-up. On second down, Roethlisberger. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he's eventually brought down, but not before he reaches the 39, just shy of the 40. These coaches told us they wanted to take the top off this defense. They wanted to be able to stretch them downfield. They showed it pretty well there.
And they knew that if they were able to do that, it would open up everything else. But how did they truly get it done? Practice in the previous week, making sure they had a plan, fine-tuned before they put it into effect in the game.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we will send you back stateside to Orlando and say hello to Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. They'll come out in the pistol. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's got room. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Vikings. Ed McCaffrey
touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And so we have the touchdown now. Here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get out.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And it's fielded at the 34. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That is caught inside the 5. 22 yards on the pickup there. And the Vikings are going to have it now, 1st and goal. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
And the ref goes under the hood, puts the headset on for the often dreaded did the ball cross the plane review.
So difficult because all it takes is a portion of the ball crossing the plane for it to count, but you've got to get the right angle, and right now the official is hoping to get a lot of help from the guys in New York.
So now 3rd and goal. Will the defense bring some extra pressure here? Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
This is where you're probably weighing the score and the clock. 3rd quarter, so maybe it's a little early to start worrying about how much time is left in the game. But if you kick the field goal, you make it a 2-score game. A tough balance and a tough decision for any coach to make.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
We got 3.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense. Roethlisberger will throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk. About how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
2nd down, just 1 yard to go.
These 2. Monday. Check 99. Check 99.
In to throw again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
Here we go.
On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did get points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. Welcome back now to the Emerald Isle. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On third down, Bridgewater. That's caught by Treadwell. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them. The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they timed it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Still in search of the first down after that last completion. They come out here in the eye. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
3rd and inches, they just handed to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive, and when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 16 and give them a 1st down as well.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Bridgewater toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Michael Pruitt, the big tight end, is intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
In most pass defenses, the guy playing safety has the ability to roam free and try and go to the football. But when you're in man, you've got to cover just like a guy playing out on the corner. Lock up on the receiver and go to the football. That's exactly what he did, batting that one away.
And this is caught at the 8. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. Oh, no dice there. That is excellent penetration. They give him no lane whatsoever to try and sneak the football across, and in fact, he'll wind up losing ground on 1st down.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
3rd and goal for Bridgewater. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Michael Pruitt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. They'll get 23 yards there. And the Vikings are going to have it now, 1st and goal. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Let's go. Way 90. Way 90.
1st down, Bridgewater. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Michael Pruitt with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he's able to put it through. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Second down, 9 yards to go. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the pro. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And he knocks it through. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
2nd and 10 now. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Big sack on 2nd down. Now the offense needs to convert here on 3rd. Now Ben on 3rd and long. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. And out now come the Vikings. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stats. You know, some people like to put more things up on the board, but kneel down is usually the right play here.
We'll see what they do in this situation.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, You can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Throwing here, Bridgewater. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So the sack means it's third and goal now from the 10.
Let's go.
Play action now. Bridgewater. That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now back out comes the offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Minnesota, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And now they'll face the prospect of a long, albeit happy flight across the Atlantic. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say cheers, everyone, from Dublin.
Turn up. I'm breaking in. I'm at the pearly gates, but they